Hello, Pete. Good morning. It is Good Friday. Beautiful sunny day here in Sarasota, Florida. Welcome to another comic books investment chat. Let's talk a little bit about the stock market first. A good week, surprisingly, but then again, not surprising if you understand what's going on with the market. The Fed did so much leveraging. The Fed put in trillions of dollars into the stock market and the bond market this past week. Unprecedented. Okay, so as with anything, when money is pouring into the market, it's jump. We have taken back, I think, just over half of what we lost at the high in February. So yeah, half. We're halfway back. Yippee yay, right? Yes, hello, Milf Music. All is good. TH TH Comic is here. Hello. I don't expect that many people to be here so early on Friday morning, even though it is a day off for the stock market. That's why I can have a chat. Nothing to follow in the stock market today. Um, where do I stand with the stock market right now? For those that follow my chat last week, I was 45% in cash. So I'm not absolutely bearish on the market. What did I do this week? As the market ripped up another 10%. Guess what? I took 10% off the table. I am 55% in cash right now. Does that mean I'm bearish? I have a I communicate with a lot of people via email and offline. And as I told them that I am 55% in cash, quite a few people's like, you are so bearish, too bearish. I'm like, how is 45% invested in the stock market bearish? Just because I have 55% in cash and not in bonds does not mean I'm bearish, because bond is so low already. There's so much little room for the upside, right? For many people that have a balanced portfolio, guess what? You'll be 50% in cash, 50% in bond. Guess what? Only reason I'm not in bonds because how low can bonds go, right? As far as rate. So there's not that much upside in putting money in bonds. I still have a small position in bond, very small. But overall, I like to have a lot of cash. Why do I think that is going to be many things for sales later? Okay, so the Fed put in trillions, trillions. Okay, let's wrap our heads around that. They didn't buy a little bit; they bought trillions into the stock market and the bond market to prop up the market. Okay, and a big part of what's going on with the stock market is also short covering. People that short the market, thinking that the end is here, doom and gloom. Those kind of people. So the fuel, a lot of the fuel has been spent to push the market 20% higher over the past week and a half. Okay, the crash was unprecedented. The rebound halfway back is also unprecedented. So if you listen to my thoughts on the market in the past 2 months, I always said buy a little. If you like Disney, if you like whatever company, there's no way to tell where the bottom will be. You don't want to, and if you don't want to miss out, okay, then buy a little. If you want to buy 100 share, buy 25. This way, you didn't feel like you missed out. But I do think that we are not out of the woods yet. No, a recession we are going to get that. Okay, there is no escaping a recession now. Okay, I was hoping that we can get this mess way back in February. I was hoping that this will not bleed through all the way through April. Well, guess what? It's bleeding through to the end of April for certainty. Okay, the economy is not gonna reopen until May sometime. Okay, a lot of people, the stock market is thinking May. Okay, so the stock market, as I talked about before, is front running. Okay, it's front running the economy usually. It front run with the crash because it saw the recession coming, and now it's front running again, thinking that, hey, yes, the recession is in, but we are in for a snapback. Okay, once economy reopen in May, we are going to get rip roaring growth again. Scary thought. I don't agree whatsoever. Um, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think anybody received a check yet from the government, right? The $1,200. I don't think anyone has received a check. So people are hurting. People are still hurting. Um, and a lot of people are living on credit still, right? So once that check come, guess what? It's gonna go to pay all the credit cards and bills, things that people have been building up the past 2 months. So it's not a whole lot of money to revive the economy yet. TH comic, FOMO, absolutely. There's always, on a big upswing that we had the last week and a half, no doubt FOMO is a part of it. Okay, you add in FOMO, the Fed putting in trillions in the stock market. You have people short covering, all kind of craziness. Okay, the stock market does not move 20% in a week and a half. It's normal. There are a lot of forces behind it, and that force is not sustainable. That's what I'm saying. Gamma Comics said yes, the check won't they won't start until the week of April 13 for people who have direct deposit. I have direct deposit. I already got my tax return for 2019 back. Okay. For those that don't know me, I am extremely on time with my tax return. My CPA that has been doing my taxes for my family has always laughed at the fact that I provide her everything I need um, to give her on the first week of January. I've been doing this for the past 20 plus years. There is my bookkeeping is spot on done. By January 1st, everything is done. And we file our tax return in January. Yeah. And I already got my tax return refund 2 weeks ago. uh, and so when and if the $1,200, what I don't know what we qualify for. Okay, I have no idea. I don't even bother check the exact math on what it is that my family's supposed to get. Um, but I'm pretty sure we will get the maximum. I'm pretty sure. You know, it's funny. When I met my wife 15 years ago, she has been asking for extension on her tax return every year for the previous 5 years or 10 years, whatever. She's been late forever. She's always late. ridiculous. And so the moment that we got married, I'm like, uh-uh, none of that. I'm gonna handle the books and we're gonna get things done the first week of January. Enough of that nonsense. Extension this and extension that. Um Brew haha is here. Hello. Uh so yes, if I get the check next week, I will definitely do a quick live chat to say that I got the money. Gamma Comics also got his tax return back in early March. Yeah, I got mine. I'm trying to remember. Is it 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? It was sometime in March. It's usual. Usually we file our tax return late January, early February, depend on how quickly my CPA can get her act together. And then we file it, and then we usually get back really quick, direct deposit. If you have your 401k and you haven't done anything to your 401k, you'd be surprised how well your 401 would have survived the past month. You would have lost maybe 10 to 15%. That's it, not 40%. So as usual, my advice to a lot of people that's not trader. A lot of people are not traders, okay? Just like a lot of collectors in these hobbies are not flippers. They buy for the long run. They're in it for the long run. So if you're in the stock market via 401k and you are contributing weeklies and your company is matching 2%, 4%, 6%, whatever it is, you max it out, there is no reason to worry. Really, I'm a firm believer that just leave it in there and you'll be okay. Okay, if you panic and freak out and sold when the market was down 30 or 40%, guess what? You missed out on recouping half of that already. Okay, so just leave it there. I think a lot of people that have not looked at their 401k since the big crash a month ago, guess what? You might be surprised that your 401k is higher right now. So it's all right. Are we back in a bull market? Pure Gosu say we're back in a bull market. I don't know. Like I said, I am 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I don't know. I'm not the guru to know that. We are in a recession. We are gonna hit the recession. People are hurting. Business is not opening yet. I think the direction of the market will be a big telltale sign when and if we reopen the economy. Is when, okay, not if. We will reopen the economy. The question is when. How the market react on that news will be something I watch carefully. I don't know. I don't know how the market is going to react once the economy reopen, because what is going to happen in the next couple of weeks is earnings, right? We are in earnings season already. Many companies are saying, from Starbucks to Disney to you name it, McDonald's, even McDonald's. Many companies have already announced this week that the sales are down 20, 30, 40, 60, 80% in March. They are pulling guidance, okay? They are pulling guidance for the whole year. On top of that, every company that I follow have announced that they are suspending buying back share. That is one of the biggest component that fueled the market up in the past decade. Let me repeat that. Corporate buying back their share has been a big component of the bull market in the past 10 years. Okay. Do I need to repeat it a third time? And now many companies from Starbucks to McDonald's, you name it, has said we're not doing that. We are suspending that. Every company is conserving cash. Okay, so sure, the stock market get the benefit of the Fed putting in trillions. What happened when they stop doing that next month? What happened when many companies are saying we're not going to use the cash to buy back shares because we need we need to let the business recoup for the next few months. So there's a lot of factors that come in that make it very cloudy as far as the direction of the market from here. Okay, so like I said, I'm 45% into the stock market, so I'm not like doom and gloom. I will benefit if the market go up. Guess what? I will benefit. Do you know why Amazon stock is hitting all-time high? Easy to say, see, it's what where else can you buy your stuff? Look at Amazon, how well Amazon is doing. Look at Walmart, how well Walmart is doing. So there's a lot of business out there that is doing very well. Just look at even Domino's Pizza. Okay, so not everything is crash and burn and down. Okay, but at the same time, do not do not look at one or two stock and say the bull market is back. Bullshit. Complete nonsense. Okay, stop the stupid. It's not. There's a lot of stock that's down 30, 40%. So one stock does not make the market. Yeah. Uh Pure Gosu say he's buying oil stock. I have Exxon Mobil. Um, to be blunt, I have only 400 shares of Exxon Mobil. So I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. uh okay, let's talk. Um Azkaban is here. Hello, Hazel Coffee is here. Retail store closed around here, but the factories had never shut down. Um, yeah, you know, depend on where you are in the country. Certain things are still running, right? There's still 7 states that have no lockdown, right? So it's not, you know, the economy is not 0% shut down. Okay, it's not completely. California is doing well. You look at there's a lot of company that I like to buy and add to my portfolio, like Coca-Cola. Okay, I have Coca-Cola. I bought Coca-Cola. I initiated a position in Coca-Cola uh, 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 2 weeks ago, right? So I'm doing well there. Do I like to add to more Coca-Cola? Yeah. You know. Oh, another stock that did very well this past month, Pepsi. Guess what? People are buying snacks left and right and Pepsi. So there's a lot of things that you can buy. Okay. Would I buy Pepsi and Coke right here, right now? I'm not adding to more of that stuff, but I watch. Yeah, the grocery store, one of them that have been doing well is Kroger, right? So I think what the market is best right now for those that like to play the market is stock picking instead of buying the index, because individual stocks, some stocks are doing exceptionally well, okay, and some stocks are doing exceptionally bad. The index give you the average. Okay, I was buying the index a month ago because as the market was crashing, I was trading the index more because it was easier for me to do that. Now that the market has rebound, I have sold all my SPY. Okay, for those that follow my live chat, yes, I sold all my SPY ETF. So now I'm back to focusing on individual stocks. So the 45% I have left in stocks are in stocks, not ETF of any sort. John Valenzuela is here. Hello. He's a mailman in California. He has a question I saw. Do you think Adventure 260 is the first appearance of Aquaman? Uh, not not really. I mean, it's some people think it is. The bottom line, John, is a lot of people don't care. I'm gonna be very blunt. Okay, Aquaman, he's nobody. He will be nobody. He's still nobody. Does it matter if Aquaman the movie make a billion? He's still nobody. Okay, nobody cares about Aquaman in general. So I won't put money in that book. If you want to buy that book because you love Aquaman, do not be offended that I said that he's nobody. If you love Aquaman, but I'm talking about the way the market view Aquaman and his first appearances and his keys and all that stuff. It, the market doesn't really care. Okay. Sadly, hey, I wish the market care because I do have those books. Well, I don't have that book. I have Showcase, the first Showcase thing, and I have Aquaman 1. Hey, do I wish the market loved Aquaman so I can sell those two books and make a lot of money? Yes. But in general, the market don't really care about Aquaman. I could be wrong. Hey, I hope I'm wrong. Please, people, buy up Aquaman stuff so I can sell. Let's see. I'm sorry, but I was not paying attention to the chat. So let's see if you can go back and look. Um, I need a few CPA. Iconic Point say, I need a new CPA. I owe money. No tax return for me. Good luck, my friend. Finding a good CPA is a huge deal. I found my CPA 24 years ago. Yes, I kept the same CPA since 1996. Love him slash her. I hire uh, a guy. He has since retired and passed on his duty to his worker. So it's a she now that handle Debbie. She's handled my tax stuff. So love them. 24 years, long-term relationship here. Let's see if there's any question related to now as far as comic books, okay. Um, there is no way to tell the bottom. Okay, calling the bottom is impossible. Just like the stock market. Okay, when the stock market was down 40% 2 weeks ago, the sky was falling. Does anybody predict that was the bottom? Some people was brave and gamble and bought some 2 weeks ago or last week, and they have done well. But there's a lot of people was predicting lower. Okay, um, but it's hard. It's very hard. And the same thing with the comic book market. Um, you know, the comic book market is even more inefficient in this tough market. Okay, I talk about how inefficient this market has been. The comic book market, even last year, I make a video about how inefficient the market was and is, and with this tough, turbulent time that we have with the economy, the job market, certainly the comic book market is even more volatile. Okay, so I can't stress enough that if you're out there looking for bargains, just as good as gold. I've watched and other people have seen bargains galore in auctions, whether it's eBay or Comic Link. Okay, I would not put my book up for auction. Okay, I would not. I can't stress enough about not running auction right now. I Some people will not listen. Okay, I'm just gonna tell you that if there's one advice that I will give for sellers, only one: don't auction. Oh my God. Okay, if you look at GPA, if you have GPA right now, and you go and look at any book that crashed, because when you go if you use go collect even or GPA, you can click on the price and it will show you where that price came from, and you will see that auctions, the low prices on many books are just getting slaughtered in auctions. Okay, so I don't understand people that run auctions. Okay, every situation. Okay, I made a bunch of videos on my buying tips, and until you see those videos, you see my strategy on how to maximize your return as far as a seller. There are time to auction. Okay, this is basically repeating what I said in a video that's yet to be launched. But in a bull market, heck yeah, auction is a way to go. Buy it now, sure. If you put in some crazy prices, some people may bite on the crazy prices. But when the market is crashing, auctioning, slaughter. Now, as the thumbnail of this video said, did you miss it? Did you miss the bottom? I don't think so. I think the comic book market, there are still plenty of bargains to be had. Okay, especially if you follow auctions. So if you're out there hunting for books, no matter what book it is, instead of look at buy it now, look at auctions. Okay, because there will be deals, plenty of them, plenty of plenty of deals have happened in the past month, and plenty will happen again, because there are a lot of people not listening to me. Okay, they don't care what ET Nick. They're not here. The 50 people or 300 people that watch this video later is nowhere near what that market is. Okay, so if you happen to watch this video and you're out there hunting for keys, look at auctions. You will get the deals. Trust me. Let's see. Gamma Comics. Uh, I have a question for you. Price are going up. What are you looking at? I'm just curious because I have this comment. I get this comment from collectors all the time. What are you talking about? Books are down. Okay, I have done a monthly market report for the past, God knows, many months, and every time I make a video, usually at least one or two people will say, "What are you talking about? Down market? Stop being a Debbie Downer, this and that." Uh, the books that I want is not going down, and I'm just like, "What is it that you want?" And usually the answer like, "Oh, it's a latest hot book from whatever video on the last Wednesday." Top. If you're chasing hot books alert, uh, yeah, I can see why it's not going down this week. Maybe go back and look at that book next month, right? So whatever you're collecting gamma, let us know what it is that you are chasing that is going up. Because for the average person that buying keys, they will disagree with you wholeheartedly. GPA, collecting data for all the big keys in all grades, will disagree with you wholeheartedly that things are not going up. Okay, my market report is not a lie. It's not fake news. It is what it is. So I love to see what it is that you're collecting to say that things are going up. And I'm hoping that it's not last week hot covers. Good as gold say, I have contacted some dealers. They are not offering discount yet. Um, Let me say this, good as gold. If I offering discount, it's to people I like. I want to be very blunt, okay? Um, if somebody I don't like or some stranger calling me as if like I'm desperate, Nick, are you selling that? No discount for you, okay? Um, yeah, I mean, trust me, Gamma. Okay, I have done my market report since God knows when. Okay, and I have report declining in prices of keys for months and months and months. And every time someone say it's not down, I'm just like, what is it that you're buying? Okay, because just about everyone say things are down. Whatever it is that you're buying, got to be so unique. I'm trust me. I'm just curious because I like to see what it is that you're buying. Because even someone in the chat last time said, "What are you talking about? The books that I'm buying are not going down. I'm looking for Avenger 47. It's not going down. It's going up. Look, for those that have GPA, look at Avenger 47, and you tell me if the price is going up across all grades. It's not. So I'm not sure what that person is looking at. Yeah, the 9.8, the rare, extremely rare book is for Avenger 48, 47, I mean. I can see why for the 9.8, 9.6, because that uber high grade silver age is hard to find. And there are still a few dudes out there with big pockets, and they just gotta be the one with the big swinging, you know what? Because they want to have high grade for bragging right. But look at the mid grades and low grades of Avenger 46 and 47. It's not going up. So whoever it was that was trying to tell me that the book that he's hunting is not going down, I'm like, what are you looking at? Well, Gamma, sellers on eBay is not going to give you discount as far as buy it now, right? That's why I'm saying it's just like buy it now is not the market. Okay, let me say this very clearly. Buy it now price are not the market. One of the worst things that I hear often is when someone trying to justify what a book is worth by the buy it now price. Oh, I bought this key for cheap, digging through something because I got it for $5, but right now the buy it now on eBay is 20. That means nothing. I buy it now on eBay for $20 and you get a deal at your LCS for $5 does not mean that there's a $15 profit in that. No, a buy it now is just that, a buy it now. You want you want real data? Get GPA. Get Go Collect. It track sales, finish price. You cannot look at buy it now. Okay, buy it now, especially in this declining market, are things that are stale, things that have been sitting there for a long time. There are sellers out there that have not changed the price on their books for years. Years. It's insane. There's people that just throw things on eBay for years and just think that I don't know what they're thinking, to be honest. I have no idea what they're thinking. So for sure, my best advice for buyer right now is auction. Yes, if you have any books that you want to buy, follow auction. Go to eBay, do a search, and just forget the buy it now with best offer. Right now, go right to the auction because you can get very lucky. Yes, on big keys, small keys, whatever you're looking for, I'm sure you can get a deal. You might not get a deal right away on the very first listing, but it will happen. There is a buyer strike out there because people have less money. People have no jobs. The checks are not here yet. Okay, so there's a lot of people selling. A lot of people are forced to sell. Okay, there are a lot of forced selling right now on eBay, and some people just throw things in auction because they don't know how to price. I mean, I understand there are sellers out there that have no idea how to price something because the market is falling so fast. How do you price something for buy it now? Okay, so a lot of people just roll the dice, put things in auction, and hope for the best. Okay, so um, I just think that if I have advice for sellers, right, I would say don't auction. How would I list something if I have to sell something? Okay, for sure, list something right near GPA and do best offer. Okay, don't just do a buy it now. If I sell something and I need the money quick, instead of throwing it out there for an auction, I do a buy it now, just right below GPA with the best offer, just so that it is reasonable enough so that someone that look for something near GPA price or slightly 5% below GPA, they will make an offer and buy the book. You might get a better result than throw your books up in auction and get 20% below GPA. Okay, so now is not the time to list book at GPA. Now is not the time. Now is the time to list a book just below GPA. Okay, you gotta do it. You just can't. Um, you can't ask for GPA or higher than GPA. I have had dealers offering me things over GPA just last week. Reached out to me to sell a big book and asking for a premium in the current market. Good is go say sell on CGC board, and yeah, CGC board is one viable place, but CGC board has always been below GPA as well, always been. Trying to list something at GPA on CGC board and see how well that will go. So things sell well on CGC board because people list them below GPA. So still the same advice for those that look to sell something. You better list things below GPA. It doesn't have to be 20% below GPA, but for sure 5% below GPA with the best offer. So if someone's willing to get you close to 10% below GPA and you need the money quickly, guess what? You got a deal. Is that better than sell something on an auction and get 20% below GPA? Yeah. Some of the result I see is just insane. You're talking 20, 25% below GPA. I just look at the time, 9:40. I still get 20 more minutes to go. What about raw books? How would you sell them on eBay? The only thing that you can do on raw books on eBay is hopefully you provide good pictures. Hopefully you provide fair grading. Okay, that's a key. Okay, nothing sell quicker on eBay as far as raw books if it has good pictures and fair grading. Don't throw in some you know bad grading on eBay is one of the worst thing that you can do with your book. So now, as far as pricing, when I used to sell things on eBay, first of all, look at the recent sales, of books and raw books, and look at how they price. And of course, you price them based on the equivalent, and hopefully that equivalent is graded fairly as well. Okay, don't look at a very fine copy of that book that sold last week when it was a near mint copy, because if a seller undergrade his book is very fine, but the copy is near mint, then that listing probably was sold for a premium, right, compared to a very fine price. So if your copy is a true very fine, don't go list that book at the same price. You can do that as a buy it now, but your best offer should be there so that if someone offer you a lower price, you take it, right? So there's a there's a lot of different strategy that I can go into as far as selling. Maybe I should do a series on selling tips on eBay, or I have a comic books buying tips. Maybe I should do a comic books selling tips. There's a lot. It's too much to go into because they're on selling everything, whether it's raw or slab or single books to lots. There are so many different things that you have to take into account when you sell raw books. Okay, so many. Hello, Patrick is here. Luther's here. Uh, Good as gold and Hazel Coffee Nut says, for me, other buyers, if you're scared of raw books on eBay, please stay away. Please keep staying away. In fact, tell your friends to stay away. Make videos on YouTube for people to stay away so that people like me has less competition. So please do. Keep up the good work. Holy cow. I do not try to convince anyone to compete with me on eBay. Please stay away. Keep doing what you're doing. In fact, spread the word that eBay is garbage. Tips on buying books and author to flip and path to a key. Please stay away. eBay is garbage. Please stay away. I pull out a book to do a video. So I have it run right here. Okay, so here is a book. Okay, this is perfect centering, to be honest. If you're familiar with made of golden, bronze, silver, copper, it's not center because the spine of the book is misaligned. So you see the cover is not lined up completely. So this is near perfect centering here, okay, for a silver edge book. But you see some white right here that's showing up, okay? The white right here that you see is the misaligned. It's not perfectly center. But that's all. A lot of bronze books are very not bronze and silver are notorious where the cover is not aligned perfectly correctly. That's all. I mean, it does not play into grading. Okay. The only time that, CGC and CBCS may knock a book to be a 10.0 if it's not well centered. Like if a book is perfect, flawless, but the centering is off, CGC and CBCS might not give it a 10.0 or 9.9, but when it comes down to 9.8, if you follow the slab market, there's a lot of miswrapped book, not well centered books in 9.8 slabs, a ton of them, a ton. So centering have very little impact on the grading. It has an impact on visual. That's it. If I have a bronze box with that centering, I will show it to you. I have my box of slab here, but because I buy well centered stuff, I don't have a whole lot of poor centering stuff around, but hopefully that makes sense. Um, let's see. Go boy. Hello. I have those vintage Marvel poster behind you. Um, they are FOOM poster. Okay, I think Marvel, um, way back in late 60s. For those in the chat, you can correct me, but I believe those posters came out either the late 60s or early 70s when FOOM was full launch. In fact, I think when Marvel was selling those posters, they sell all 10 in a row. You can buy like, it was like $1 something. I remember seeing an ad for the poster where they would have all 10 of those posters rolled up in a tube. And you can buy all 10 for like a buck 50 or something insanely cheap. But yeah, but that's the history of them. You know, they've been around for nearly 40 years, I think. And you can buy them for cheap. You know, the most expensive foam poster I have ever seen was a set all 10 still in the tube. Yeah, someone had a entire set in the tube unopened. Okay, Boomba Man 31 have a question. Sorry, I just logged on and didn't catch the first 44 minutes. I'm recording this, by the way, so as with many, if not all of my chat, it will be in a podcast format shortly. After I finish this, I will load the audio into a podcast for download later. Do you think it's a good time to invest in Grail books or wait a bit? Uh, I'm guessing you did not watch my last chat because my last chat I said that the best time to buy, well, my best recommendation to buy grails in the falling market like this is that you buy the small stuff first and then buy the big book later. Okay. If you have, 5 books on your grail list, it doesn't hurt to buy the cheapest one first, wait for the bigger one to stabilize or go down further, and then you can buy the bigger one later. There's no point on buying the bigger one first and then see it drop another 20% and feel stupid, right? So the way I don't see the market rebounding soon. So that's why I am giving that advice. Now, could I be wrong? Absolutely. I'm sure someone else may completely disagree with what I said. But if I was to buy keys, I would put all the books in order and buy the cheaper stuff first and the more expensive stuff later because I think the bigger bargain is yet to come for the bigger books. Or if the bigger books does not go down anymore, guess what? If you can buy a Hook one the same price right now, 3 months from now, Does it hurt to wait 3 months to buy? Does it make any difference to buy it now when you can buy the same book for the same price 3 months from now? You tell me, okay? I'm not the kind to buy the books for bragging. I'm not the kind to buy the book so that I can make a videos right away tomorrow. Look at what came in the mail today. So for me, it's not about I gotta have something now. No. Um, so plus the advice also come with affordability, right? I have no idea what people budgets can be. Like I don't know. I mean, I certainly wouldn't advise anyone to put all their savings into comic books right now. Okay. The way I see it, if you have savings, cash on the side, a better return is in the stock market. Okay. I'm not saying buy stock right now. I'm not saying that, but I see potential return to be better in the stock market now. I understand some people say, oh, stock is boring, comic book is more fun. I get that. Some people prefer to participate in flipping, investing, selling, buying in comic books. I do both. Okay. So I to be honest, I enjoy stock more than comic books. Lord Tagman is here. Hello. He said, I'm gonna wait 2 months. There's no rush. Okay. The economy has not bottomed yet. Let me make it very clear. Okay. The virus is are we going back to work next week? Are we going to back to work in 2 weeks? Okay, so let's not kid ourselves that this thing is solved. It's not solved. It's not over yet. It will be over, hopefully in a month. Yeah, let's cross our finger that we can go back to work in 3 weeks. Yeah. Wolf Blitz asked if the stock market will retest the bottom. I think it will, but I don't know. That's why I am 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Okay. I'm not all in, I'm not all out. That's how I play the market. I'm not smart enough to tell the future. If you watch enough YouTube and listen to all the expert on YouTube about the stock market, everyone talk about the testing, the double bottom, this and that. Is it possible? Yes. Has history shown that it has retested the bottom? Yes. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know. I have 1 foot in, 1 foot out. This way I don't miss it if it keep going higher. And if it go lower again, guess what? I got all kind of cash to buy stuff on the down. I win, baby, either way. Okay, that's how I approach the stock market. When you all in or all out, if you all in, certainly you want to go up, right? If you all out, you're hoping for the crash to buy back in. Guess what? I don't want to be all my chip in either one of those basket. One in, one out. Let's play. Vernon Johnson, absolutely. Buying small positions slowly is the best thing to do. Really. I would never. I've been talking about this for the past 2 months on my chat, right? I talk about if you want to own 100 share of Disney, don't go out there and buy 100 share right away. Buy 20 share, buy 10 share, buy 25 share. If it drop lower, buy another 5, another 10, whatever. But break it up in little pieces. This way, you don't feel stupid if you're wrong. Get the links. Hey, Nick, long time no chat. J Hood Creative, good morning. Hello. C White. Is there any more question? Uh, I am learning about Mark Jeweller's insert. They are cool. I don't really, I don't think they're uber rare. I don't think they, I don't. I have a couple awesome one. If you have not seen my videos on Jeepers Keepers, go watch the very first episode of Jeepers Keepers. I have some beauty Mark Jewell insert books in that video. Jeepers Keepers, the very first video. Would I The market for variant is very bizarre. Okay, I can tell you when it comes down to price variant. Okay, people hate the pence variant. People hate that. When it comes down to Mark Juror insert, some people think it's a big deal. Some people think it's not a big deal. The market doesn't know what to do. Mark Juror books are not going for huge premiums compared to none. So I buy them because they need. I buy them when they're cheap. I didn't buy them before investment reason. I kept the few high grade Mark Juror X-Men books because they are high grade beauties. Hazel Coffee said, "When are we going to get another cooking with Nick?" I don't know. I might do some cooking. Well, I cook literally every other day, but I don't think other people care to see what I cook. Iconic Point say they are seeing cases of people being reinfected. The second wave is coming. Yeah, it is nice to see New York bending the curve, right? Yeah, it's still early to say the curve is definitely swooping down. It's nice to see that, but we are early. We are early, okay? In a week or two, yeah, sure. I'm waiting for the good news from the what would make me very bullish. I will tell you this, a drug, okay? We got the testing thing settled, so I'm happy. I'm happy. The market is happy that at least we get testing kits in abundance now. So that is a huge game changer. So part of the reason the market went back up is now that testing can be done in such great quantity is a good thing. The next big thing I want to see is drug. If we have a drug out there that proved to be working, I will be all in, baby. I have Pfizer. I have Gilead in my portfolio. I bought Gilead for those that follow. They have a potential drug, but I bought Gilead a long time ago before this whole pandemic thing. So I bought Gilead in the 60s, in the low 60s. So I am enjoying the ride. I sold some when it hit almost 80. Now it's down to 73 or something like that. But I have Pfizer, I have Gilead. So I have some exposure to the treatment. Um, my taste, and same thing with Pfizer. Okay, I have had Pfizer for years and years and years. Yeah, I bought Pfizer low long time ago. It's pay a good dividend and it's boring, but it's not losing me money. Lord Tedman said, "My taste in books is starting to change." What is it changing? How is it changing? Let us know what it is that is changing. I just look at the time, it's 10:01, so I will end this chat shortly. So let me know. If I can stay alive through this mess, I'm going all in on one nice book. TH Comics asks how many companies are in my portfolio. I follow about 100 stocks. That is my limit. It's only so much news I can follow on a daily basis. Sometimes there's companies that I drop off the list and add new one. There's companies that after a while I'm just like, this is not a company I care to ever buy a stock ever again. So I dropped it. But roughly about 100 companies, and I have roughly 20 stocks. I can give you a quick rundown of what I have: Coke, McDonald's, Facebook, Twitter, Qualcomm, um, Pfizer, Gilead. It's a bunch more, but right there is 7. I still got at least 10 plus, but right on top of my head. Oh, Exxon. Okay, so that's 8. Exxon. What else? Visa. Yeah, Visa. I have Visa as well. And like I said, there's a lot more. Would I add more money to every single position that I just mentioned in my portfolio? Absolutely. If the market go down 5%, yeah, heck yeah. Miguel, hello. Lord Tedman, there is a beautiful Vault of Horror gain file for 3K on eBay. You in love with that book? Not a book to buy for investment. Okay, so I think that book kind of like not going very, it doesn't go up or down a lot, right? At least from my following of Gains File EC book. There's quite a bunch of EC high grade gains file out there. A bunch of them was auctioned off on Comic Link a few years ago. I think my memory is not all that sharp. Yeah, but like I said, if you don't care about investment return, not every books in my portfolio, in my collection is investment reason. No, not every keepers that I have are investment reasons. Um, I Until I finish the list of 500 books, I don't know what would be what would be the breakdown between investment books and books that I just want to keep in the long run for the love of the books. If I had to guess, I would say eventually the majority, by majority I mean at least 50% or more, will be investment reasons, and the minority will be books that I want to keep just for the love of the hobby. Anyhow, that's it, folks. Stay safe, hunker down. It's almost, well, I wouldn't want to say it's almost over. Okay. I think we are closer to the end than before. That's why the market behaved the way it is. That being said, how the stock market behave is not how the comic book market behave. Okay, let's keep in mind the comic book market crashed for a long time now. It's been crashing since 2019, not in February like the stock market. So it doesn't matter if the stock market rebound, the comic book market is still in a downturn or have not turned the corner yet. And that's it. That's my 2 cents. Bye, folks. Hello, Scott. Came in just in time for the bye bye. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy Easter. We have to figure out what to do with my son's birthday soon because there is no birthday party for Anthony. Bye bye.